Hello, my name is Koi from Ray of Gratitude, giving a peace of mind to at least that one person at a time. I am here to do a reading on the new moon. I have been slacking a lot with these readings for the moon energy. I wasn't sure, like, should I do this right now? Should I not? I don't know. I was all over the place. But I really feel guided to do one right now. I see I have a watcher. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, I really feel guided to do this new moon energy because I really feel like there is something big that is going on. And a lot of us, especially those that have been working on something, especially for like a long time, you haven't done it in vain. A lot of times you don't see what's going on, but a lot of it is in the background. There's so many things that is going on behind the scenes that we have no idea or control over. So I don't know. I'm really feeling this. So that's what's making me say, hey, let me do a new moon energy. And why is it big too? Because you know why? Leos do it big. Like they just do it big. They're big hearts, they're big energy, and we're leaning towards this Virgo energy that is all about planning. They're workers as well, but they set the structure for a lot of things. And sometimes Leos get overly passionate that they forget that they need to have a map. It's like, yes, I feel this love. I want to do this and I want to meet my goal. But a lot of times when you get so overly hyped and overly joyed about what you're trying to do, you forget that there's steps that you need to take. So let's get into this new moon energy. Let's see what it has to say. I want to pull a card for the overall energy of this new moon here that we have. And whoa, this is big. So the elders came through. And this is a card about ancestral patterns, moving beyond ancestral patterns. This is what it says. And like I said, doing the work, right? One thing for sure, if you've been doing the work on you, it affects. It's like a ripple. It's almost like you throw a pebble in the water, and those ripples, like, is the energy that just goes outward. And I know I can speak from personal experience that a lot of work that I have been doing on myself, the type of work I've been doing on myself, I want to humbly say that I have been seeing and noticing a lot of changes within my immediate family. Um, I don't know, if I'm the cause of this. I can't say that I'm fully the cause of this because I don't puppeteer anybody. They do it, but possibly I am the person that sowed the seed and allowed it. I'm the person that threw the pebble and allowed those vibrations to move, because there's a lot of ancestors around us that, like, if you're awake to this stuff, like, there's just so many new things that this world as a whole collective has been going through and changing. And honestly, like, it takes a long time for a generational pattern to actually get broken in the first place, for it to even be seen as a pattern. Um, don't get me the wrong words, because I know I saw it somewhere where someone was talking about changing things within the culture. And culture is like the community, but it's so many different things that has happened within the community that involves like a belief system. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to, like, let's just get to the cards because I don't want to mess it up at all, because I'm not that type of person to explain that type of stuff. Like, I don't know. But one thing I do know is about energy, and I know there's a lot of things that are going to be happening, are going to be shown to us, and it's like only meant for us. And we'll know it because we feel it, and we can move forward the best way possible. So let's see what the cards say, because I just totally just said everything that needed to be said, right? No, there's probably more. So let me pull the cards. Let me stop yapping my gums. Okay. We'll do that one. All right, you know what? All these damn cards. Too many damn cards. All right, I'm back, y'all. Let's start this again. So, what do we need to be open to right now? Something that wants to manifest with this new moon. And how can we focus on the intention to bring the desires into reality? So let's see. Thank you. Let me get 2 more cards here. Okay. Thank you. Come on, come on. Okay. That's too much. We're not picking that up. Let me shuffle one more time. Okay. All right. So we have here manifestation. The magician talks about manifestation, but it also talks about being an open channel to the divine energy, the universe. The magician also knows exactly, he's the co-creator. You know, like I love to say, because I like to call myself the creative coach. But you know, creativity, we all have this. Like we really do. But it lays dormant because many people just don't know how to connect to that. They feel like we've been turned into consumers, honestly, as a society, and let these big companies be the co-creators when, oh, in all actuality, they've been stealing from us the whole time. You know, like that's just what it is. And we're giving to some facade that is like, do we really need this? Like, yeah, a Gucci bag does look nice, I'm not gonna lie. But do I really need to spend this amount of money on this? Or do I really need, like, can I just create something that feels more valuable to me instead of giving it to a person that, you know, yes, I respect that they have built this empire as a creative, but to what cost? You know, like what type of value are they really playing? Because you are the energy that you put out. And a lot of times when you get to this higher level, especially with money, sometimes it really questions like, are you really doing things from the soul, or are you just feeding into this fake value, you know, this type of currency that is shown to you by paper, by cotton and linen? That's what dollar bills are made out of. You know, it's not backed by gold. Don't let me get deep into this stuff. You know, gold is a very precious metal. You know, the dollar is not. The dollar ain't even no metal. The coins damn sure ain't even like, you know. But let's talk a little bit more. So like some things that need to be manifested this new moon is really, like I was saying, this is the Wheel of Fortune since it's upside down, but it's really like finishing out cycles about what success means to you, as well as what type of values, like what is your value system? Because values can be held by money, you know, held by numbers. But let's talk about the internal values. Let's talk about the belief system. That's what's valuable, is what your beliefs are. And energetically, what your beliefs are sets your perception. So, like, what's going on within is definitely matching what's going on outside. But when we don't really self reflect or understand that on a deeper level, we kind of don't understand ourselves. So, we really need to find and understand how, like, what it is that we're really feeling in our heart, feeling in our soul that speaks to us on a valuable level. Because how can you like focus on the attention to bring this desire into reality? Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands all day talks about spirit, talks about passion, talks about creativity. So let's look further into the cards to really just see exactly further what this is talking about. Let's clarify this Magician card here. Why my cards keep falling on the ground? Yeah. Mm. Okay, let me clarify this Ace of Wands. I love shuffling these because to me it's like, all right, this card is meant for me here. It just kind of showed me like, Spirit just picked it out for me type of thing. So, yeah. So let's just talk again. What needs to be open right now? You need to be open right now. You need to unlock your own magic here, okay? Because we all have this. We all got superpowers. Honestly, we do. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to necessarily reflect like Marvel, Wolverine superpower or Jean or why am I talking about X-Men? But like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to resemble that. But at the same time, it's really understanding your intellect, understanding your logic, understanding your heart, understanding your soul. Like when people say mind, body, soul, like, religion has taken the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. But in all actuality, we're not going to go there right now. So the Moon card is reversed, which is really like suppressed energy. And the only way that you can unsuppress, well, I don't want to say the only way, but the only way that you can like let that out is through expression and really looking at it. Because, when you suppress it, a lot of times the littlest shaking can cause like an eruption. And, like when you shake a soda bottle or something, right? But you don't really want to get to that point because then like it's all over the place. It's like a big spill, like an eruption. Again, like think of a volcano, right? It's all over the place. You don't want to do that. You can go within and figure out like, what is going on? Let's be mindful of how I feel, right? And let's tune into our thoughts. Can we slow ourselves down enough to really understand the thoughts that are passing us by? That's what meditation helps. It doesn't erase your thoughts. It helps slow them down. It helps you focus. Like I'm getting all hot and bothered right now. I don't know. Like it just felt a wave of energy because like you got the magic. You have the answers, but we are not taught that a lot of times, Society doesn't teach us that we're worthy. It just shows us all these things that we can be. But in all actuality, we're being who we are. And the deeper that we understand who we are, the more we can be who we really are. So this moon energy is really talking about like the confusion, misinterpretations, unseen problems, and the only way that you can see those is really just being in tune with yourself. And that's the first thing you need to do, because when you can't, like when you continue working on things, specifically a certain way for yourself that is hopefully allowing you to see and you're not seeing it, then you're going to need some outside help, and it's nothing wrong with that. I want to continue saying that because I know I come from a culture, a background where it's like we're told so many times to be strong and don't let nobody see you sweat. Don't, which I'm showing right now, don't let anybody like see your weaknesses. But it's not weak when you ask for help. It's not weak when you know what you need help on. That's strength. It may be weak when you're asking for help and you have no idea what you need help with, or it may be weak when you're asking for help when you know damn well you can do that, but you're being possibly lazy, possibly procrastinating, possibly just don't wanting to do the goddamn work, right? But it's another thing when you have worked on yourself so much where you're just like, like, I don't know anymore. I came to a dead end. Guess what? That dead end is going to help you. All you got to do is like yell out that call, like, and they're going to swoop down and they're going to help you. I kid you not. Because honestly, like, I wish I had enough time to talk about this experience where I just literally met somebody where I literally was like trying to manifest something and it just was like, boom, here it is, right in my face. And I'm still surprised when shit like that happens. It's crazy. So something that wants to be manifest during this moon is really about like the plans. All you got to do is really figure out a little bit more logic. It's really it's being in balance of your thoughts and your desires. And when we have the mind and the heart at disarray, they're trying to figure out how they can find the right path to connect with each other. And just like this card here, like look at his stance. Like doesn't that look like, electricity? If it was electric, if it was lightning, right, going on in his vicinity, he's definitely very open to receive that. Why? Because he's an open conductor, and that is how energy works. There's nothing really around him, so the lightning has to strike him because it has nowhere else to go. The lightning comes from above and it goes down into the freaking earth. How about that? So when we have the disconnection, it's like lightning's like, I don't know. If it has so many different things, it's like, well, maybe I'm just not going. I'm just going to spread out in the clouds. I know I'm delivering this kind of funny, but I hope I'm allowing this visualization and these analogies to help you like really see and understand some things, because this is how it comes out. And the plan is going to allow that connection from heaven and earth. It's going to allow that connection from mind to heart. It's going to allow that connection to beliefs and desires and goals, but you have to have that clear direction, that clear plan for you to really meet in the middle. The energy is going to meet in the middle. That's where this wheel of fortune is trying to turn its wheels so we can kind of complete, just like how it has circles. Everything is a cycle, but it has to complete. And sometimes we get in our own way from completing this cycle because we can't really understand what the bigger thing is, what the bigger picture is, what this lesson here is that we need to learn. So, a lot of things may fall apart, but if we can just plan on the things that we can control, then we can, don't worry about the things we can't control. And, if you feel just like, oh my God, I don't know, I'm just going to lay on the floor, lay on the damn floor. But eventually you're going to have an idea that's going to pop up and be like, all right, it's time to go. Because how we can focus on this attention, like I said, new ideas, new creativity, new passion, new desires, is coming through for sure. Because there has been a lot of chaotic energy going on, but the healing process is definitely coming through. It's coming through, and you just got to figure out, do you need to rest? Do you need to move forward a little bit? Figure out your needs, figure out the things that you can control, and then make that plan. Whether it's by yourself or getting help from somebody else, but figure out that plan, because how can you meet that goal? How can you get to your destination if you don't tell the map where you're going? Like you're just going to drive on a road. So figure that out, work on it. It's okay if it's just like little piece by piece, it takes a million Legos to build a big Lego house, you can't just snap your fingers together and be like, here we are. Like sometimes people think that manifestation is like that. It's just like, but like the bigger the things that you're trying to manifest, it's going to take some time. But realize like, you do got the juice, you got the power, you have everything, the magic, all of that is needed. But it's going to take some time because the energy needs to be built up. The energy needs to match a certain frequency so it can go like, All right. So let me just pull some words of wisdom. I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do my gratitude attitude cards. I'm going to have a link below too if anybody's interested in these gratitude attitude cards. They are on sale on my website that I just revised. All right. So let's just see. Let me get some words here for those that are watching, those that will be watching, and just whoever wants to receive this message. I hope that this clarity, confirmation brought from me to you, and really just giving you the guidance that you need to really just understand what's your next move. What it is that you need to fall in line with here with this new moon energy of Leo. All right. I wanted 3 cards, but it came out. It says ego says once everything falls into place, I'll feel at peace. But soul says find your peace, then everything will fall into place. That's logic versus the heart versus the soul. Because sometimes we feel that we need to have everything in order, everything perfect, right? But sometimes we forget there are things that we cannot control. That's why sometimes people are afraid of planning, because it's like every time I plan, things get messed up. That's because your ego, your mind, your logic is trying to tell you like this is what you need to do, but you're not listening to your own spirit, your own feelings, your own soul to tell you like, no, this don't feel right. It doesn't feel right. So maybe move to the next thing. Because our mind can really sit there and tell us like, this is good. This is really good. But your heart's like, no, it's not. How can we meet in the middle? Again, like I said, find your peace. When you can really find peace. I love to say, giving a peace of mind to one person at a time. Because I know at least one person is going to get this. Find your peace. Because things do, like when you feel at peace, you're giving your body, your whole cells at homeostasis, which is meaning balance, and being that open channel to receive messages, to feel what's really going on, to feel your own energy. You can't do it if you're trying to gather everything around, and like trying to control a certain situation that honestly you don't have any control over. And how do you even know if you don't have control over it when you're constantly fixated on trying to make things work, right? You just don't know. So here's another thing. Be more aware of your own energy. Let me say the quote the right way. Become more aware of what's worth your energy. The more you know what's worth your energy, the easier it is that like, okay, this ain't for me, but this is, plain and simple. That's what's really going to help you, because once you start figuring that out, you'll be able to feel more free. Be free to live beyond your past. You'll start to able to recognize certain things that are coming up from the past, because it's always going to come up. 90 to 95% of our subconscious really controls our actions. And to find that 5%, you got to be that open channel. You got to find that piece, the missing piece, that 5% piece. To really understand certain things that are playing out from the past, so you can actually sever them, break that shit, and really become free from that past situation. Because, the more you become aware of what's serving you in a better way, or what's really just keeping you stuck and lingering, it'll be easier to be like, nope, yes, no, yes, yes. But it takes time, it takes practice, especially if you're not used to doing that. Because just like I said too, the elders, like, they did a lot of the work already for us. Generational patterns takes Takes a while, but it's passed down. And they did a lot of this work for us already that we don't even know. Like my great 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 grandmother has done a lot of things that I don't even know. I don't know who she is. But I know one thing though, that the energy still is around me, and that energy does live within me because things repeat itself like through our DNA. Like again, what's within is a reflection of without. I can't like a lot of it is science, it's physics. It's what's that M word? I'll just say metaphysics. But I'm thinking of a different word. And when we're talking about people can only meet you as deeply as they meet themselves. And that really stops you from, the more you can understand this quote, the more you can understand that you have no control. You can't change people. If they're open to receiving and understanding and having that reciprocation, that's something different. But when people can't really meet themselves on a deeper level, how the are you going to think that you coming along trying to say some deep things and help them open up? That's not going to happen. They got to be open for it first. And second, once they're open, like, how deep are they? Because some people aren't that deep. Some people aren't that deep. Some people are just shallow. And like, not even that word of shallow. Like, some people just aren't that deep. Some people don't have the capacity to really expand their mind like that. The word retardation or the word retarded in the dictionary means stunted growth. And I know sometimes that word is sensitive to people, but like some people really are retarded because they're not opening and expanding their mind and their knowledge and their intelligence. So, the deeper you go, the bigger, the grander the expansion is going to be. So I leave you with this. This new moon energy is really asking us to be open to receive information, to be open to understand, more from our wisdom, from past experiences, lessons that we've learned, um, ancestors that have taught us lessons and has passed things down is really being happening. It's really asking us to be open to the unknown, because a lot of us, like, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but the more that we trust ourselves, the more we open up to the universe, just like this guy right here, and he's able to understand more things. He's able to expand his insight to see, the resources around him. Expanding your insight is allowing you to see things from a different perspective. So that's what's really being like illuminated for us right now. And the way that we manifest that is being open and really just understanding our energy and what's worth our time. Again, like I said in the beginning, that value. What's valuable to you? Do you have morals? What are your beliefs? Do these morals and beliefs match? Because if they don't, you gotta let go of some of those old beliefs, and it's okay. So I really hope this message reaches, somebody, at least one. I see it's at least one, and I'm out of here. I'm hungry. I think my food is ready. No, I'm just playing. I think I need to cook the food, and yeah, let's do this, y'all, because it's time. It's a lot of new things on the horizon, but we're going to miss it if we're not open to receiving or open for change. So these are my deep, long-winded things I like to do with new moons and full moons, these cycles. But I think that a lot of us on a collective energy is really wrapping up some old cycles that really need to be closed off, sent out, thrown in the trash, burnt, or whatever, to really make room for some new things to come in. So I'll see you next time. Peace.